You already know what it is, man. We are back here to serve some more game on the ground for them hungry hounds who just got at the pound and are ready for the next round. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's 100% facts. With that being said, let me change this layout real quick and put this in full screen for now. With that being said, y'all can see the title of this episode, this live, whatever you want to call it. Candace Owens back. It's weird when I'm like not used to having this so far zoomed up and whatnot. But yeah, now Candace Owens is back and she is talking about what's currently going on. Man, show high. That's tough. But Candace is back talking about what's going on over there in the Middle East and Israel trying to get America into a war. So with that being said, let's get into this, man. Let's go. Oh, hold up. I forgot something. There we go.
Yahoo is saying and what the problem is here.
So
let me actually fix this layout real quick. That's the wrong thing. No. There we go. Let me actually
the whole
playback speed up.
War kicked off with, the preemptive strike from Israel.
Just to be clear, they're either attacked or they attack preemptively, but they're never wrong, right?
No, they are definitely defending themselves, and they clearly have the right to defend themselves. Let's be clear. But we were in the process of having negotiations. It was literally the day before peace talks and deproliferation agreements with Trump, where the U.S. was going to meet with Iranians to talk about their nuclear program and talk about the tensions and talk about the whole war situation in the Middle East and theoretically move towards peace and de-escalation. And Iran seemed to think that we were acting in good faith. And presumably Trump and our team seemed to think that they were acting in good faith. And then Israel launches this attack, this preemptive strike on Iran, and Trump comes out and the U.S. position is we had no idea. We knew nothing about it. Just like with the strike in Ukraine. We didn't know. We had nothing to do with this. This was not us, even though I had some questions there too. Mm-hmm. And then Israel just comes out and is actually, the U.S. was in on it and Trump was just tricking Iran, and they were totally fooling Iran to just get them all into a state of calm and not suspecting. And it's bro, what are you doing? So if Israel's lying and the U.S. didn't know and Israel just played this whole weird game on us, that's so messed up. That is beyond messed up.
Also, because we give them billions of dollars every year.
Should be condemned. They should be cut off.
They're cutting you off financially.
But if they're telling the truth, that is also super messed up. The blowback of that in the future is completely unknown. Because next time, suppose it's nuclear Russia or suppose it's nuclear North Korea that we're trying to negotiate with next time, how seriously are they going to take our reaching out to want to de-escalate something when this is what happened to Iran?
Well, here's what I will say. What makes me uncomfortable is the fact that Trump doesn't instantly just come out and say Bibi's lying. If Bibi, you think he's so bold that he's going out there and he's saying, Trump actually works for me. He lied, right? He dangled the carrot for you, said you were going to talk while we were just setting up to blow up, to blow up your facilities.
Exactly.
And if Trump is saying, or if the signaling is that, no, that's actually not true, Trump is quick with a tweet. He's quick to come out and say,
not this time.
Yeah, exactly. And so his silence to me is very suspicious. But I do want to show this clip of Tucker Carlson. Do you have that, Skylar, available? Okay, let's run Tucker Carlson.
You say Fresh and Fit got Zerka and Jake Shields tonight right now on After Hours. Word.
Discussing this. Take a listen. He's speaking with Steve Bannon.
I actually really love Trump. He's a deeply humane, kind person. And I am saying this because I'm really afraid that my country's going to be further weakened by this. I think we're going to see the end of American empire, obviously. Other nations would like to see that, and this is a perfect way to scuttle the USS America on the shoals of Iran. But it's also going to end, I believe, Trump's presidency and effectively end it. And so that's why I'm saying this.
What do you mean by that? That's coming from you.
Look, I knew Bush. I knew George W. Bush. Family connections to Bush. I knew Bush. Personally, I still see Bush sometimes. And, of course, he hates me, and he does because I criticized him on Iraq. And that war is the sum total, from a historical perspective, of his administration. But I knew him, and he had all kinds of plans for the things that he wanted to do. But once domestically, right, to improve the country. Right. And you may agree or disagree, but in his mind, he wasn't just about the invasion of Iraq in March of 2000.
Oh, no. He was going to redo Social Security.
100%,
He had all types of, he was going to take care of the entitlements issue.
And he really thought it was going to work.
Yep.
And you could laugh at that or whatever, but the point is, the second you get enmeshed in a real war, not a fake, let's go bomb the village, declare success, but we don't even have a good track record. Why are the Houthis still? This is a whole other question, right, which is how prepared is the U.S. military for a real conflict? And the answer is totally scary unprepared. I don't think we understand that. But anyway, the only reason I'm saying any of this is because I really, really care.
So I trust Tucker beyond, like, I mean, more than any person in politics. I trust.
You trust Chatsworth Carlson?
Oh, Chatsworth Carlson. Woo, new nickname just dropped. Beware, Mark
We'll
Lindell's
get
coming
to
for you, Tucker. He's got a nickname for you, and you'll never survive it. It's really
I'm
bad.
with you. Yeah, I mean,
everyone's funded by Qatar who disagrees with me.
Like, of all the people you could pick, the red-blooded Tucker Carlson, like the most Christian American man ever.
So he's saying he's certain that Trump didn't know. I am certain. Okay, by the way, people in the chat are saying no. Trump said he did know, and I forgot about that. His first. You can maybe look for this, Skylar, but I think the first message he put out suggested that he knew on Truth Social.
It did.
And then he walked that back and said, we had no idea. And if you come for us, we're going to come for you. So like I said, there just seems to be a little bit of communication failure.
Like
I wonder, there's a couple of different scenarios that could be going on with that. Number one is Trump's either extremely busy trying to rapidly come up with a plan for negotiations one more time to try to get this shit sorted out, that he hasn't taken the time to tweet anything. Actually, there's three different scenarios. That's number one. Number two is there's somebody on the inside that's making sure that shit doesn't get sent out and tweeted to make it seem like we knew about it or he knew about it. Or number three is he knew about it. Those are the three different scenarios. And the third one is kind of scary to think about. I don't think that we would go into war like that. I wouldn't think so. But at this point, there is nothing, with all the crazy bullshit that we have seen in the short span of like 5-6 years, nothing would fucking surprise me. Now, I fuck with Trump 100%, but it wouldn't surprise me. He said, like you lay out way better, we got to set ours up like that next time on the pod. Facts.
Wouldn't want to look,
but would Trump tell Tucker or would anybody, would they be honest with him that, like, yeah, I was plotting and did this? I believe that Tucker believes him, but like I said, Trump has the ability to fire off a tweet and just be like, you're a liar, BB, and your mama's a liar.
And he's not doing it.
He's not doing it.
And to be fair, like, let's be real. These wars are not planned by BB and by Trump. These wars are planned by bankers, and they're planned by neocons in the permanent government, and they're planned by tech executives and by the executives at the war machine. Like, these wars are planned by much bigger interests than just the president and the prime minister of Israel. And so the movements to get this war in place have been going on for years, right? And this war, let's be real, this war is not about the nukes at all. The nukes are the pretext. The nukes are the WMDs. This war is about the oil, the IMEC corridor, the canal project that they want to build, the Ben Gurion Canal. This war is about global trade and about the US dollar. It's about much bigger things and about destabilizing the region. It's not about the nukes. And so the players that are planning things like this, they're not really concerned with what like Trump wants or doesn't want. They might be convincing him to get on board with their plan or not, and like leveraging things to get him on board. But I don't think they had to do a whole lot of convincing. Like, I think that Trump would be very easily swayed to think all you need to do is show him some intelligence reports, show him like some spooky stuff about Iran's stockpile of like almost nuclear material, and be like, look, they almost have a bomb.
And it doesn't hurt that he took $100 million from Miriam Adelson. Don't forget, guys, that's coming too. This is going to be the one that Candace is right jar. But it's not that I'm right, just paying attention. I'm just paying attention to stuff. And obviously, we're going to annex the West Bank because that's what Miriam Adelson gave Trump the check with Israel already planning. This is ahead of October 7th, okay? Like, hey, here's the thing. Like, we're going to want to annex the West Bank. Okay, so Israel's imperializing. That's what's happening. And to your point about Afghanistan, people are like, oh, they weren't involved here. Guys, you have no idea what those wars were about, okay? In Afghanistan, you got to speak to the troops that were out there and had to guard the poppy fields. Oh, what happened after that war? America got an opioid crisis. Who benefited off of that? Where's poppy growing, by the way? Like, to support this crisis that we're having. Yep. This is how these people think, okay? And so they're selling us crap. They're telling us, oh, it's about this. It's because you have to save these people. It's because this is happening. And in reality, it's because they are the makers of the world. Like, they are the people that want to make sure that they control the world, they control the wealth, and that they control the land. And it's very obvious that Bibi Netanyahu just happens to be satanic. He is just, you will never remove me from that understanding. He is a full-blown demon. And anybody that supports him, in my view, I'm questioning your soul. I really am at this point.
I mean, at this point, the tragic...
I would like to see more research done on Netanyahu being satanic, because that's an interesting point. That's an interesting viewpoint. And the reason why I say that is because think of it like this, right? Think of it in spiritual terms. You're Satan, and then there's God. God is the one that you hate the most. He is the one that you want to destroy. What kind of a bigger flex would that be? Would you think it would be to have a minion controlling the land that God decided to put his name in? To Satan, that's a fat ass flex. To have an agent be in control of the land that God chose for his temple to be in. So I would like to see more research done on that.
Beauty of it all is that it is so obvious who uses their brain on social media, who uses their brain in the media, who actually thinks for themselves just in regular political life here now, because the propaganda, we're literally like from 1 month to the next. Oh my gosh, Hamas is using human shields. Oh no, like they're bombing our cities in Israel because our military installations are built into and underneath Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, Iran is bombing civilians. You mean like Gaza, where you bombed tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians? Like
we were told
just a month
war
apart.
is hell.
Oh my gosh, it's
war
so
is
tragic.
Hell.
Why would you ever want this?
Of course, the kids have to die. War is hell.
Yeah.
They can't keep their argument straight. Now,
Yeah.
it's like one Israeli dies. Oh my gosh, a civilian was killed. What are you guys doing? Keep your argument straight. But speaking of propaganda, guys, we reached peak propaganda. The way that the little IDF bots and X are still trying to clean this up because it's so embarrassing and so obvious. So last night, this morning, I don't know what time it is over there, but Israel bombed a news station. Yep. But before they bombed the news station, the Israeli news on Telegram, their Telegram channel, they had intercepted an Iranian, guys, trust the science, an Iranian civilian hand wrote a letter and held it up in the sky and took a picture of it for the internet because they wanted Israel to see it. And the Iranians asked Israel to bomb the newsroom. They wanted to make sure that they bombed this building. So we'll show you the letter. It's totally legit, guys. Look, this is like comical. It says, Israel, please target Ali Khamenei, Mojtaba Khamenei, and the Islamic Republic, IRIB. And they put in parentheses in case it's not clear. That's the state broadcaster. They wanted the Islamic Republic's state broadcaster to be bombed. And then it's signed off. And the first thing wow, that is incredible, because let me tell you something. There's so much to unpack here. First and foremost, why is it written in English was my first question, okay? Not the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth language that is spoken in Iran, okay? Yeah. And so that seems a little ridiculous.
If you're trying to communicate with Israel, why would you write it in English?
Maybe...
they do speak English there, but you can always tell when Bibi is trying to communicate to us because he'll speak in English.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And that's the point. This is the most inorganic thing I've ever seen. And of course, who intercepts it? Not a random American, not someone online. The Israel News intercepted it just before they actually bombed the broadcast. You're not going to believe this, guys.
Hamas is in the broadcast center.
But now if you're having questions about, wait, why are we bombing news facilities? That's not supposed to happen. Why would that be considered a legitimate target? Don't worry, rest assured, it's not a war crime. The Iranian people wanted this to happen. They wrote it in plain English, you numpties. Look, it's right there. Yeah. Israel, please target the Islamic Republic's IRIB. No further questions.
After all, why would Israel ever even want to bomb a news broadcasting agency that might be broadcasting things like facts and information and the truth about what's going on? They didn't want
to. They just wanted that person who asked them to get their wish.
I can't see any other reason why anyone
So the way I see this right here, there's 3 different scenarios that this could have been happened in. Number 1 is that an Iranian really did want them to bomb them, which I don't know why an Iranian would want another country to bomb their own land unless they are trying to commit treason. So that's probably the least likely scenario. Number 2 is that somebody whether it's somebody in the CIA or whatever the case may be, is trying to orchestrate more tension in this war. That's probably the mid likeliest scenario. Number 3 is that somebody in Israel who knows how to write English wrote it. English and whatever the fuck language they speak in Iran. I don't remember what it's called, Arabic or whatever. I don't know. That's interesting.
Right?
Like, this is where they're at. And their arguments, then, by the way, there's like Iranians in the comments saying it's not even written in good Kurdish. They're like, this isn't even, somebody's like corrected it in the comments. And now the IDF bots are like, there are people who speak English in Iran. Yeah. Not the point. Also, guys, just so you know how incredibly stupid that is, just one more thing I want to say about this, because I'm so stunned by this. Imagine you're actually in war, okay? Forget your political arguments, what you feel about your government. Imagine there was a country dropping bombs on you. Your first instinct is not going to be, well, let me tell them what to bomb. Okay, you don't want to be bombed, okay? The first thing that happens if America gets bombed, let's say Iraq is like, hey, you killed 1 million Iraqi civilians, and now we're going to bomb America. If they start bombing Tennessee, I'm not going to go, hey, here's a letter written in Spanish, nobody knows why. Could you please also bomb CNN headquarters?
Yeah. Not to mention that you're signing your death warrant.
Yes.
Because Iran will track you down and kill you.
Yeah.
Because Iran is a regime and they will kill you.
Yeah. But we're supposed to believe this is totally legit.
Totally
this person
legit.
did it. They were like, if I bomb, and I want more bombs from the sky, and I just want to be able to tell them. And fortunately for that individual, whoever posted that letter, Israel heard you and immediately did bomb.
Bingo.
They bombed the broad.
Like within 24 hours.
They think we're stupid.
Yeah. I mean, they think we're so stupid that the entire pretense for this war is that Iran might develop a nuclear weapon. Although when you actually dig into the like international reporting on the matter, the international inspections on the matter, like, yeah, there's some concerns about their stockpiling of 60% enriched uranium. There's some concerns. Israel has a secret nuclear program that they stole from the United States that they do not allow inspections of, that they have not signed the international nuclear deproliferation treaties for, that they will not talk about. And Iran does not have nukes. So it's the nuclear armed rogue nation accusing our, and like the internet, no one notices, no one realizes, everyone's just going about their shit.
Well, there's a reason for that. And I want to let you know, the reason why they have these nukes and the secret program, why Israel's allowed to have it and nobody else, is because of the Holocaust.
There could be another.
And I can clarify for that. Do we have a clip, Skylar? Yeah, the 60 minutes clip. So we can go ahead and clarify for you why they are allowed to do what the rest of the world is not allowed to do.
Okay,
and take a listen, world.
Yeah.
Why should the world tolerate you having nuclear weapons and not, say, Iran?
First, again, we never admitted to have such weapons. But the very comparison is, I must say, it's very insulting, and I tell you why. We suffered one Holocaust. We listened to our neighbors.
Is it because of the Holocaust that you should be allowed to have nuclear weapons?
You know what? This interview was finished now. Your attitude is so hostile, and your questions are so arrogant. I don't want to speak with you anymore.
There it is.
So hostile.
It's so hostile.
He did a blood libel right there on the screen.
Live. I couldn't believe he did it. He asked him, why are you allowed to break international law? And he said, well, the Holocaust happened. He said, you think because the Holocaust happened, you're allowed to break international law? And he just goes, well, this interview's over.
Yeah, never again this interview.
Yeah, never.
Oh my gosh.
It's over. I mean, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous that this is the argument that is used every single time. Like, you are allowed to commit Holocaust now because of the Holocaust. That's like literally what's happening in Gaza. It's a Holocaust. By any interpretation, it is a Holocaust. By the way, Holocaust is a Catholic word. And you can't use this word. No, this is exactly what is happening here in the Gaza region. And when we notice it, it's like, well, you're not allowed to ask any questions about anything that Israel does. So that's emotional manipulation, and that tactic is now over. Okay, you've done it. You've gripped it off of that for long enough by telling people that you cannot be questioned because of this. And now we have some questions because what you are doing appears to be demonic. You just seem to be causing issues everywhere. Bibi Netanyahu. Okay, your episode, by the way, is about to hit 1 million views on the Bibi files. Can you just speak a little bit about that? That opened my eyes
so much. Anyone that hasn't seen the Bibi Files episode I did last week needs to go watch it. There's a documentary out because a lot of people have heard that Bibi is like corrupt, or that he's got a trial, or that he's on trial, or that the protesters in Israel are protesting him. They don't realize that Bibi Netanyahu is going to prison. The moment that the wars end, Bibi Netanyahu is going to prison. Israel has sent prime ministers, presidents, and defense ministers, high-level government officials to prison for far less than Bibi has clearly committed.
Wow.
It's all on camera. It's in the documentary. You can watch it for yourself. And the only reason why he's not already in prison is because he got the farthest right like coalition he could possibly find of these like literally Jewish terrorists into the government with him, and they took Israel's government in the elections, which he rigged because of it, allegedly, because of his buddies in the media, which is why he's on a corruption trial. And they got elected because he made a coalition of the most extreme groups. And then October 7th conveniently happened and they go to war. And the documentary very clearly lays out how October 7th is clearly a caused effect of this coalition that he brought in to keep him out of jail, to keep him out of prison, because now Israel is not focused on his crimes. They're focused on war and the existential threat. And so suddenly we have another war. And it's like Bibi Netanyahu will do anything to save his own skin. He will do anything not to face judgment.
Imagine this. What if Netanyahu and the we'll say 70, maybe 80% of the Israeli government were extremists, were like Zionist extremists, and they pretty much bullied their way into the government infrastructure and took it over. That'd be crazy. But it wouldn't surprise me. Anyways, with that being said, man, that's going to be it for tonight's episode. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. And I'm going to let Rev take it from here, man. Let's go.
Looking for a Christ man, one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do his will. I'm that nigga. Motherfucker, because it's my world, and every motherfucking thing in it. That including your asshole, too. See, motherfucker, you fucked up, huh? You fucked up, huh? You know your ass is doomed. What you got to speak? If you don't know shit to speak on this topic I'm bringing up, shut your goddamn ass up. What do you say, Gerard? You ignorant slut. I don't think I'm God. I ain't saying I think I believe. I know, and if you study the words, you study my book, you will know I'm that motherfucker. You know me, don't you? Hell no, I don't fuck you. You don't know me yet? Shame on your goddamn ass in. She believe in. Believe in you some goddamn Ku Klux Klans members, don't you? And house nigga, bitch made ass, ninkum fucking poop, monkey minded, Afrocentric motherfuckers. You wanna call me and tell me your opinion?